How much can you do in New York in one day? Well, you could spend a lifetime in New York and never get through it all. But today we're just going to see how much we can get done and how much we can see in one day. So come along with me as we go through New York and we see all the different sights. It's going to be fun. Let's go. I think at the top of anybody's list would be the Brooklyn Bridge. This is quite a wonder. So here's Brooklyn Bridge. And after the Brooklyn Bridge, most people are going to have the Statue of Liberty on their mind out there. Also Ellis Island. Well, let's just hope your taxi driver knows how to get there. The taxi experience, I guess, is part of New York City. So you know how to get to the ferry now, huh?
Yeah, it's South Ferry.
It's called the South Ferry?
Yeah, it's here, South Ferry.
Oh, okay. So your dispatcher?
No, he know about that too.
Okay.
He say go to, usually we take the ferry but go to Staten Island.
Right.
You say different, is South Ferry here in one battery place.
I see, okay.
Oh, they have north and south.
One battery place. Heading to the Statue of Liberty. So first, the ferry takes you to the Statue of Liberty, so you look around and do whatever you got to do, and then you hop on the ferry again, and it takes you to Ellis Island. Here's Ellis Island. You know all about Ellis Island, how all the immigrants came through here in the early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s. Well, after you've seen the Brooklyn Bridge and the Statue of Liberty, next thing I recommend is you hop on one of the buses. They call it the big bus. And it's worth it. You catch on the bus, you sit back, you relax, you're on top of the bus, you have a tour guide who's usually funny and entertaining, and you just sit back and just drive around the city and they show you everything. They tell you things you probably never heard before. Really worth it. I recommend you hit the big bus. So here's some sights from the top deck of the big bus. And of course we have the Freedom Tower here. It was finished about a year ago. It looks pretty sharp.
Starting with the World Trade Center, let's talk about engineering. That's an important part of a city. That's how you make a city, is engineering. You get a heavy thing and use it to lift another heavy thing. Everywhere around us, a 360 view, this all has been aggressively engineered in the past 100 years. This neighborhood has been pushed and pulled and nipped and touched so much that this neighborhood was a face, it'd be shown rivers. I'll give you an example. Everything on the left-hand side, if we were here 40 years ago, you'll be looking at nothing but water. This is all fake. This is all artificially extended land that came from the original Twin Towers back when we were building it back in 1969.
And of course, we got the Empire State Building. You can't miss that one on a New York City trip.
How did the pipes go in there? Right hand side, yeah, Madison Square Garden. We call this the Mecca of basketball, but the Knicks play here. The Knicks play because they're bad at what they. That's like a 50-50 joke. Like it kills sometimes. So I hold on to it. It's bad. Let's just drop it. But it's just they break your heart every year. They just go in and they think they're left hand side. This is a building. It's all post office. At one point, it was the largest post office in the world. This thing ran. This is a weird one. Ran for 24 hours a day. Like if you want to mail a letter at 4 in the morning to your sweetheart, you could have done it up until 2008. That meant on tax day, April 15th, people used to be lined up around the block trying to get their taxes in on the last minute. Not as many people are mailing letters anymore because that new thing, the internet, right? The thing that like people yell at you at.
It is June 25th, 2016, and we're in Central Park, New York City. It's booming, it's bustling, everybody's walking around. I mean, there must be 1 million people there. And the park is huge. I mean, there's a reservoir lake in there, people riding bicycles, and they even have a horse and buggy you can ride. They're charging $70 now, $70 to ride the horse and buggy. A few years ago it was $50. So let's go ahead and do the highlights of Central Park. Here we go. Today we're at the Central Park in New York City. And right across from Central Park is Donald Trump's International Hotel and Tower. That the Central Park is huge. Some people come here and spend a whole day in Central Park. But right across the street, here it is, right across the street is the Trump International Hotel and Tower. Let's go in and take a look at the lobby.